Ethanol can be used as a fuel because it burns with oxygen to release energy. In fact, if given enough oxygen stoichiometrically, the only products formed are carbon dioxide and water. Now, which brings us to renewable resources, because ethanol is produced via fermentation in carbohydrate-rich crops. Now, these crops do their photosynthesis thing and produce glucose as a result. However, over the past decades, ethanol has been produced via the hydration of ethylene. Now, this comes from fossil fuels. But isn't this chemical energy also coming from photosynthesis millions of years ago? The use of ethanol as a fuel does come with challenges, the first one involving production. As mentioned previously, large tracts of land must be dedicated to growing the crops, but everyone needs food, not ethanol. Specifically though, sugarcane only grows in certain climates, which limits the production, and the processing of the sugarcane, such as ploughing, cutting and transporting, requires large amounts of energy, so at the moment it's really inefficient. The second challenge is its use in cars and stuff. Engines need to be modified in order to use pure ethanol as fuel. Blended is okay, but the modifications will cost consumers lots of money. What about the good side of ethanol? By blending ethanol with current fuel reduces our reliance on burning fossil fuels purely for energy, as we're not using as much of it, therefore it extends the longevity of our supplies. And despite the combustion of ethanol producing less energy than your regular hydrocarbons, it burns more cleanly, producing less soot and carbon monoxide, so less chance of death if you're stuck in the M5 tunnel. It also burns at a lower temperature, so less wear and tear on your engine, as well as less pollution from the reaction of nitrogen and oxygen forming NOx's. Ethanol is also considered renewable, as its net impact on the production of carbon dioxide is less. This is because glucose is produced via photosynthesis, which requires carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. When this glucose is fermented to ethanol, and the ethanol is combusted for energy, the carbon dioxide produced is technically the same that was taken out of the atmosphere in the first place. Spoiler alert, less greenhouse gas emissions. And one other thing, Australia's sugarcane industry was a flop before the legislation to blend ethanol to fuel was introduced. Today, however, there have been political, social and economical benefits because of it. So, what's your take on ethanol as a fuel? Is it good or is it bad?